History, they say, is written by the victors. But what happens to the stories of those who have been forgotten, who made indelible marks on the world but were never truly acknowledged? The women. The silent trailblazers, the unseen architects of revolutions, the quiet pioneers whose work laid the foundation for the freedoms we enjoy today. Today, we embark on a journey to uncover these hidden gems, the women whose stories were overshadowed by time, whose contributions were buried by society. The early pioneers, women who shaped the foundations of society. Let's begin with the distant past, where the world's first scholars, inventors, and leaders took their first breaths. Some of them were women far ahead of their time, yet their brilliance was eclipsed by the powers that be. Hypatia of Alexandria, c. 360 to 415 AD. In the ancient city of Alexandria, where the greatest minds of the ancient world gathered, there lived a woman who would come to symbolize knowledge, wisdom, and courage. Hypatia. A mathematician, astronomer, and philosopher, Hypatia was the embodiment of intellect in an era that valued reason above all. She was a teacher at the legendary Library of Alexandria, and her lectures attracted students from every corner of the world. Yet, despite her prominence in the scientific community, she was a woman in a deeply patriarchal society. Her tragic death, at the hands of an angry mob, marked not just the end of a brilliant life but the beginning of centuries of silence for women in academia. But her legacy lives on, in every woman who seeks knowledge, who refuses to be confined by the barriers of society. The unsung heroines of the revolutionary era. From ancient philosophy, we move to the age of revolution. The times when great change was born from the most unlikely places. Amidst the chaos of war and the fight for independence, women quietly reshaped the world. Mary Wollstonecraft, 1759 to 1797. In the heart of the 18th century, when women were regarded as nothing more than ornamental, Mary Wollstonecraft emerged as a beacon of intellectual and social revolution. Born in 1759, Mary was a writer, philosopher, and advocate for women's rights. Her groundbreaking work, A Vindication of the Rights of Woman, challenged the existing norms that relegated women to a life of subjugation. She argued for women's access to education, the right to contribute to society, and the freedom to live autonomously. Yet, despite the power of her words, Mary's life was filled with personal tragedy, and the full weight of her revolutionary ideas wasn't realized until long after her death. But today, her name is synonymous with the early stages of feminism, and her work continues to shape the foundation of the fight for gender equality. The hidden figures of science and innovation. Now, we look at the world of science and innovation, fields that were long considered off-limits to women. Yet, there were those who defied the odds, contributing to the world's progress in ways that are only now being fully recognized. Ada Lovelace, 1815 to 1852. In the early 19th century, one woman's vision reached beyond the confines of her time. Ada Lovelace, a mathematician and writer, saw the potential of the mechanical engine created by Charles Babbage, a machine that would later become known as the computer. While Babbage is often credited with the invention of the computer, it was Ada who, in her notes, conceptualized the idea of programming, a concept far ahead of its time. Ada was the first to recognize that the machine could be used for more than just mathematical calculations. It could be programmed to perform any kind of logical operation. She is often called the first computer programmer, yet her name was not widely recognized until recent decades. Today, we honor her as the visionary who helped lay the groundwork for modern computing. Women who fought for civil rights. While the history of civil rights is often told through the lens of men like Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X, there were women whose courage, strength, and resilience were just as instrumental in shaping the movement. Their stories are no less important, yet they are often overlooked. Claudette Colden, 1939, present. Before Rosa Parks became a symbol of resistance to segregation, there was Claudette Colden. At just 15 years old, Claudette was arrested for refusing to give up her seat on a segregated bus in Montgomery, Alabama. But her story was overshadowed by that of Parks, a more respectable woman in the eyes of the movement's leaders. Claudette, young and rebellious, was seen as too angry for the cause. Yet, her bravery sparked a chain of events that led to the Montgomery bus boycott and the larger civil rights movement. Today, Claudette's actions stand as a testament to the power of youth, defiance, and the importance of standing up for what's right, even when others may not recognize the value of your fight. Modern-day role models. As we move into the modern era, women continue to break barriers and challenge the norms. But even in today's world, many of these stories are still overlooked. The struggle for gender equality is far from over, and the women leading the charge are only beginning to receive the recognition they deserve. Malala Yousafzai, 1997, present. Malala Yousafzai's story is one of unimaginable courage. Born in Pakistan, Malala was an advocate for girls' education from a young age, speaking out against the Taliban's oppressive rule. At just 15 years old, she was shot in the head by a Taliban gunman for speaking out. Yet, she didn't back down. Malala's recovery was nothing short of miraculous, and her resolve only grew stronger. In 2014, at the age of 17, she became the youngest ever Nobel Peace Prize laureate. Today, Malala continues to fight for the right to education for girls in conflict zones, her voice amplifying the message that girls' education is a human right. Wangari Maathai, 1940 to 2011. Wangari Maathai was a woman who truly understood the interconnectedness of all things. A Kenyan environmentalist, political activist, and the first African woman to win the Nobel Peace Prize, Maathai's Green Belt movement has planted millions of trees, helping to combat deforestation, while also empowering women in rural communities. Maathai's work was not just about the environment, it was about uplifting communities, creating sustainable futures, and ensuring the well-being of future generations. Her legacy continues in the movement for environmental justice, and her message resonates globally. It's the little things citizens do. That's what will make the difference. My little thing is planting trees. The unsung women of everyday life. Not all heroes wear capes or make headlines. Many women have made an impact quietly, without seeking the limelight. These are the women who are often invisible in history but whose everyday actions have shaped the course of society. The women behind #MeToo, 2006, present. The #MeToo movement was not born in a single moment. It was the culmination of decades of silent resistance by countless women who had been abused, mistreated, or ignored. The movement's foundation was built on the bravery of women who, for years, had endured sexual harassment and assault in silence. The brave women who spoke up, led by figures like Tarana Burke, started the conversation, but it was the collective voices of millions of survivors that brought it to the forefront. The #MeToo movement changed the way the world thinks about consent, power, and abuse, and its impact continues to ripple out, giving a voice to the voiceless and demanding accountability for those in power. A legacy of hope and strength. These are just a few of the many vibrant women whose contributions to history have been forgotten or ignored. From ancient philosophers to modern-day advocates, these women, though often left out of the historical narrative, have shaped our world in profound ways. Today, their voices continue to echo through the generations. It is our responsibility to lift up these voices, to share these stories, and to honor the women who made a difference, even when the world was not watching. History belongs to everyone. And with each story we tell, we ensure that no woman's legacy is ever forgotten. Women's history is still being written. Share these stories. Celebrate the unsung heroines.